Here now, though, are the 5 players who stood among their peers. It's our OP5, and we start in the top lane with Balls.
Balls definitely had a huge performance this week, one of the biggest. The main thing that pointed out for his performance was GP, where he single-handedly almost carried the game against TSM, and he had a solid performance on Lulu as well.
Yeah, definitely even showing that he can play that supportive role today, be the carry yesterday, so covering his bases. If we move into the jungle, though, we're going to find his teammate Rush.
Which was pretty funny because Rush used the champion you expect him to use this week. However, he varied his builds greatly in all of his games. However, he was still a frontline, and he was building Cinderhulk over and over, and he was able to weave in and out of the team fights for Cloud9. And there was a lot of hype for all the damage dealers, and Balls, played his part, but Rush was doing a really good job on the front line, not dealing as much damage because he was the point man, he was the tank, and he was creating plays.
Now we're going to jump to the mid lane, and we're going to find Froggen of Echo Fox leading the charge in that 4-0 for Echo Fox.
Ever since Froggen came back to the team, he's been having a solid performance with his team with a 9.3 KDA, a 96.6 kill participation this week, and there's no doubt that his impact has been large.
Yeah, without a doubt. He has some crazy statistics there. I mean, that kill participation is actually pretty nuts for a mid laner, considering the prevalence of lane swaps and how often small skirmishes have been breaking out. We're going to go to AD Carry. Lo and behold, his teammate as well, Keith.
Yes, if there was a counterpart here, the duo for Froggen is obviously Keith. He had a massive play on Lucian to get them that victory. His play really all weekend with Fox has been a really big part and another threat for Froggen, who is often playing the AP to Keith's AD.
Now, I hate to burst Keith's bubble here, but it's not just a duo, it's a trio. Our OP support, save the Lucian.
Dynamic
it's
Keith,
big,
here we go.
Right,
Perfect.
save the Lucian, and that's the thing. So, and that's kind of why he's in. You got to round out this trio here, and his shot calling, as well as some big plays on Alistar, some really clutch headbutt pulverizes that closed out the game.
Yeah, we saw in that recap. Save the Lucian. It was all his idea.
Exactly.
He saved Keith
right.
with that shot calling.
You know it wouldn't have happened if he didn't say it, right? I guess. Anyway, but breaking away from the competition and claiming this week's MVP title is going to be Balls. Balls brought the pain against TSM yesterday, and his clutch late-game barrel placement blew up the competition.
I mean, 1,200 damage per minute. It was insane. Yes, there was a Soraka Silence to set that play up, and then Rush also had a good Lee Sin kick on it, but really good GP ultimate placement, plus the barrel chains were on point all day long. The Lulu game for him as well. He was able to play the supportive role for his team.
It's actually
flexible.
Stark contrast here in DPM, Kobe, but it does kind of show.
That's a Lulu game.
But his Lulu did support Sneaky in his aggressive movements, micro movements in those team fights, where we saw Sneaky unlocked to go into the backline and challenge the backline of the enemy team while the front line was still alive. So at the end of the day, we're going to wrap things up, but fear not, there's more League of Legends action just around the corner on Wednesday. Tune your browsers to the sights and sounds of Primetime League at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Then stick around for the all-important final day of the North American Challenger Series, where teams will battle it out for playoff spots. It kicks off with Team Dragon Knights and Ember. Then on Thursday, the LCS returns in Europe with G2 Esports taking on Elements